Welcome to the Ask a Poll UAP podcast. I'm your host, Matt Laslo, based here in Washington, where I hound the nation's lawmakers on your behalf. Thank you so much to all our subscribers, and hey, make sure and give us a like, if you like us, that is. And if you haven't yet, please consider a paid subscription to help this scrappy startup continue changing Washington one interview at a time. And now, here's our latest Ask a Poll exclusive from your U.S. Capitol.
And I won't be making any comments about the reasons. Thank you.
Look at this young lady. Did you catch any of that DHS hearing last week? They had FBI, DOJ, Border Patrol in.
No. Oh, no, I don't think so.
Testifying publicly, and they all said, "We got no idea what's in the sky." Then I'm hearing Kirby and the administration say, "Oh, we got this." But McCain brought up the problem over Langley. Astronaut Kelly brought it up over Luke Air Force Base in Arizona.
So I would say, the big challenge is our laws haven't, like so many things,
Yeah.
our laws haven't caught up with technology.
Yeah.
And so the best, I think, example of somebody who's done the work of identifying, where have we not kept up?
Yeah.
Houlihan has a really good one.
Yeah.
And so, the reality is that, there need to be greater authorities on all aspects as it relates to what's allowed, what isn't allowed, and actions that law enforcement can't take.
Did what they talked about in there have anything to do with the 60 RAF troops that Britain has sent to our 4 bases where they've had similar sightings over on British soil? So when Kirby and them say, "Oh, it's nothing," I'm like, "Oh, is it also nothing?" Which is why the U.S. is bringing in 60 RAF forces abroad.
No, I never comment on what happens in a classified briefing.
Yeah.
But we anything related to foreign military is not anything
Yeah.
we've talked about anytime.
Yeah. When you leave there, should all Virginian constituents,
Here's the thing.
should they feel fine?
I'm always,
Yeah.
nobody should ever feel fine ever, right? Okay.
Amen.
Yeah.
Have you taken one of my courses?
It comes down to, people's imaginations, and I don't, can this be off the record?
Yeah. In the Senate, she's introducing a bill to explicitly allow the military, like the Langley incident, her bill would allow them to shoot what's over Langley. Right now, the heads of North and Southcom on the record, and they said, "We don't know."
Yeah.
They don't have that authority. The Pentagon doesn't think.
Yeah, the laws haven't caught up, and if we want to say, you have the ability to take this action, right? Because, when whatever law was written, the question is, are you going to shoot down an airplane?
Yeah.
typically, no, you're not. Even 9/11, we weren't going to shoot them down. We were going to run it like, we were going to run an airplane into them to bring them down. Like that was, right? Like that's why they sent those planes up in the skies.
Tell that to Cheney.
And so, you know, I mean, it's a question of.
Understand that
Why is she crying?
as the chair of the committee. To all of the staff, I say,
Oh, is she no longer
it's
chair?
actually sweet.
and I
Okay.
observe the balance.
Yeah. So, it's just a question of like.
But do they need to do better messaging because people up and down the East Coast are freaked?
Yeah, well, members of Congress need to not be opportunistic idiots who say shit that's not true.
Yeah.
Like, it is not, I mean, you know, like, everybody can, like, law enforcement can always do a better job of, like, let's keep the public apprised of this or that. But they're not supposed to give, like, we don't want them to give all the details of everything they do or don't know. Right?
Yeah.
And when you have members of Congress coming out saying, like, I think there's, like, an Iranian mothership, or there's this or that.
I know, yeah.
It's like, where, like, you're,
Yeah.
what, like,
But last I talked to Warner, he told me that people should be gravely concerned. And he's the chair of Senate Intel.
I mean, here's the thing, is, I mean, there's a lot to worry about, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know, I worry every day I send my kids off to school. Like, I'm worried about school shootings,
I know,
right?
right?
But, like, yeah, I think what we know is you can fly drones up in the air and people can do bad things with drones. So, like, yeah, we should be worried.
Yeah.
But we should be worried of the real threat, which is like there's not necessarily a legal framework to stop what could be the threats.
Yeah.
Like that's the challenge.
45,000 or so detections, but a lot of them are over the border.
Yeah.
I think they said there's only 2,500 cross-border ones. But then they only said they shot 60 of those out of the air.
And that's the other thing. It's like, okay, so like, if you're, and this is me just totally, like, if you're a criminal organization and you want to get smuggle people or drugs across the border, you put your own guns up. You say, where are they working right now? And you send people in places where there's holes.
Yeah.
Right? Like. I mean, that's right. I just called it this too.
Appreciate you, man. Thanks for listening to Ask a Poll, your conduit to Congress. I'm Matt Laslo, offering a hearty thank you to all our supporters out there. Keep feeding us your questions, and we'll keep holding your politicians accountable to you. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe at askapoll.com. We can't do our independent journalism without your support, fam. Cheers.